Hola, how's your day going? My day's going pretty well. Last episode, we really didn't do a whole lot. We were just yapping and moving along, getting some quartz and doing all that. Now we're about to go get some scourge stones. Anyways, now that you're all caught up on what we're going to be doing now, let me just take a little sip of some bubbly water. That is refreshing. Anyways, summer. It's getting pretty hot out there, isn't it? Okay, I'm sorry. I did say last video I talk about streaming as opposed to like making content on YouTube, and I don't have very much experience streaming. I streamed a little bit initially on Twitch just as a let's give it a try, but there's a huge difference between recording and streaming. Streaming is an act, right? I'm not going to say you're putting on an act, but you have to be entertaining. And starting out as a new streamer without anybody on you, like anybody viewing you, you have to be good at talking to the void, right? And let me tell you something different between YouTube talking to the void and streaming talking to the void, right? YouTube talking to the void, this is easy. I mean, you can just sit there and just pick a topic and fucking go, talk. Like, very easy to YouTube talk to the void, right? Streaming talking to the void, completely different beast. You are live, right? You are the only person there. You may have one or two viewers, and maybe they're just there to check on the game that you're playing, or maybe they're just there, you know. There is a difference between how talking to the void and YouTube, because I'm sorry, I'm rambling and going around in different circles here trying to fight. Yeah. YouTube talking to the void is you pick a topic, you keep going. You're the one who's keeping the topic going, right? I'm the one here, I'm the one talking, you're the one listening, and then later on you'll interact with what I said down in the comments. Streaming talking to the void is a whole different beast, because you may have some people in your audience who will chime in, you know, talk with the peanut gallery. And that could be good to keep the conversation going. I mean, great, you have somebody actually interacting, and streaming is about trying to get people to interact, right? Like, they say there's different avenues about, you know, streaming. Like, you're either really good at the video game you're playing, you're a charming person, or you're attractive, right? Those are the main reasons, you know, people will come and watch, right? I agree and disagree with that, because I've seen people who are neither good at the game, nor are they charming or entertaining, and yet they have tons of people watching them. Hell, some people on Twitch don't even stream video games. They sit there reacting to other people's videos. They make a living off of consuming other people's content, as opposed to making content of their own, or doing something on their own. They're just watching. And I could be honest with you, I think that's pretty shitty. I don't mind the occasional reaction. Like, hey, if you're doing like a Discord night and, you know, you're going through your community's like posted funny videos in the comments and stuff like that, that's fine and dandy. But I do have a problem with somebody who will just sit there and, you know, watch something constantly, adding very little or doing nothing. Like, to me personally, that's awful. Like, you are legitimately doing nothing or adding nothing. Like, oh, you don't understand. Like, when they nod their head or exhale through their nose, that's content, baby. And I mean, yeah, sure, that may be content. But are you really going to feel proud about doing that? Are you really, like, at the end of the day, when you go back and watch that stream and you look at what you were doing, can you really say that that is, like, the best that you could do? You're proud to put that out for everybody to see? Because, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be. But then again, I'm a different person. I understand that, you know, reacting to somebody else's hard work is, again, biting off of them and taking what they made, and you're just reaping the benefits of it, right? Because you already have an established audience who's going to watch it with you. Sure, some people will go and watch that channel. Some people will go and, you know, subscribe to that channel, and they just sit there as an empty subscriber. They don't watch, they don't interact with the stuff that you put out. They occasionally, you know, will like see a video that you posted and then put like a like or something like that. But in terms of like actually watching and consuming that video, there's not a lot of that going around, right? And it sucks for the creator, and it definitely sucks for anybody who has that happen to them, right? And you know, you can cope all you want till the cows come home and say, no, they're helping that streamer, it's exposure. Yeah, exposure doesn't pay the bills, buddy. Yeah, it's cool that, hey, this big streamer just saw my thing, and I might get some runoff for that. But, and this is a very big but, it's not always going to end up that way. It's not always going to be like...
The mortal mind bends to me. You are mine to control.
Hell yeah.
Bend to my will.
It's not always going to end up that way. It's not going to be like, oh, well, you know, well, this big streamer just, you know, watched me, and now I have all these new subscribers. It's going to be great. I mean, yeah, it happens sometimes. Shit. It'd be great if it happened a lot more, but, you know, it's empty subscribers. It's people who came and saw this video and on the word of this person have decided to stay or subscribe, right? And back to talking into the void, right? Talking into the void of YouTube as opposed to Twitch. YouTube, you are the one guiding the conversation, and you already know this is going to be a quick, like, maybe 20-minute. This is going to be a quick, like, 5 minutes. You know, I don't have to, like, talk, like, very much. I can just sit here, yap for 20 minutes, hit end recording, take, like, 37, take, like, a day, take a few hours, take, you know, however long that you need to recharge to go hit that record button again and start recording. But streaming, for as ever long as you are having that stream going, you gotta be talking.
This cell is just
You gotta
for you.
be. Let's see, recovery reduced by 15%. Reduce prisoner. Let's see, 100% health. Eat that. Right? Like, you gotta keep talking. You gotta keep talking. Because I cannot tell you how many times I have been going through Twitch, looking at people who are new streamers and all this jazz, and excuse me. They just sit there and they're like, yeah, so that happened. And it's like, bro, talk. Fucking say something. Holy shit. Please say more than just 5 seconds of a sentence, please. Oh, it's so disheartening to see people who do that.
Perfection.
Because it's like, bro, you already took so much damage. Here, eat a rat. Rats are delicious. They're good. They're good for you. It's like, brother, please say something else. Say a little bit more. My God. Like, people who just sit there gaped-mouthed and playing a video game without saying anything. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Please be any more entertaining. Just a smidgen more. Just a fucking inkling more entertaining. For the love of God, I beg of thee. It's so disheartening to see, like, to sit into somebody's stream. Maybe they just got done with a rant. Maybe they're gonna talk, and I sit there 5 minutes, 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, somebody will have said 5 words, and at that point, I just can't stick around, right? I need a little bit more. I need a little more entertainment. I need something to watch, because your gameplay probably not the greatest. I'm keeping it a buck with you, right? There's probably tons of other streamers who are better than you at the game they're playing, and you really kind of gotta bank off your personality for a little bit here, like, until we get to know you. James. I don't know. I just chose a random name. There's probably a guy named James out there who's streaming right now, and he's gaped mouth looking at his dang old monitor, right? Just add some life, add some personality. You don't need to be, you don't need to be Chris Farley levels of entertaining. You don't need to be like Faker at the game that you're playing. Just be entertaining. And that's hard. That really is hard for some people, to just be entertaining. It's a skill. It really is. Like carpentry. I'm not saying like carpentry. That'd be ridiculous to say like carpentry and entertainment, but both of them are skills. You're not just going to be a fucking, journeyman carpenter off rip. You're going to have to sit there, and it's going to take some time. You're not going to be Mr. Entertaining and everybody loves me. You got to get in your groove. You got to find what works for you. Are you over the top? Do you scream a lot? Hey, some people out there like that. Are you angry? Are you just, fuck you, Some people like watching that. Hey, I'm not judging. Fucking whatever you like watching is whatever you like watching. But at the end of the day, don't just sit there gaped-mouthed, just clicking away. And it's like, comment on the game. Comment on what's going on. Hey, did you do something this fucking weekend? Talk about it. Just say something. Stop being such a bore. And I'm heated because it's like, I see this and I'm just like, you could be so much more entertaining than you are right now. You could be better than what you're giving me right now. And I honestly think there are so many entertaining people out there who are entertaining and who are just great at being entertaining, who get discouraged because when they're being entertaining, they're not getting the reactions they want from the very seldom people that are in their chat. And like, maybe somebody stops by and says, hey, cool, that's awesome. Or maybe somebody just, swings by for a literal second and then hits the follow button, and they're not even there to hear you say, hey, thanks for the follow. They were just there and followed. Again, there could be tons of bot accounts. Dead internet theory is becoming more and more true every single day. But find what makes you entertaining. Like, you don't even need to be really that good. Sometimes you could just have a good voice. And that's good enough for some people. Just having a deep voice or, a voice that's pleasant to listen to, you would not believe how far that can take you. It would blow your mind. Just having a good voice. People would be like, wow, this guy sounds really cool. I'm going to watch him. And you're sitting there like, how the fuck? What? Like, here's my thing. For a YouTuber, the greatest barometer, like the greatest compliment that I could receive as someone who does this as, hey, I like putting your videos on in the background while I'm doing something, right? I like hearing your voice. Maybe I agree with what you're talking about. Maybe you talk about some things that I, agree with, or maybe I don't agree with. And, it's nice hearing the other side of it. That is the best compliment that I personally could ever get is, hey, I put you on as background noise. And I know some people would be a little bit upset about that. I have more to offer than just being background noise. And sure, you definitely do. You probably have tons to offer people. And maybe you're just really entertaining. Maybe you're really good at the game, and you're a little bit upset that people are not, they're not acknowledging how good you are at the game. But however somebody is enjoying your content, let them enjoy it their way. Just like how you can't tell somebody how to play a video game the correct way, you can't tell somebody how to enjoy your content the right way. Because you kind of just look like a dick if you do that. Be like, excuse me, you are supposed to be engaged and watching the entire time. The video is only 10 minutes. You can't spare 10 minutes? No, some people really can't. And hey, I play a lot of RuneScape. I put on tons of videos while I'm out there skilling. I play, while I'm sitting there doing research for the Borderlands games on my own that's not streamed. I'm sitting there listening to YouTube videos. I'm watching, I'm consuming their content and listening to how they talk because I enjoy what they say. I enjoy like how they talk. I like what they're saying, or they have a pleasant voice. Like, I cannot tell you, like, out of the entirety of what I've listened to of Josh Strife Hayes about the current MMORPG that he's reviewing, I couldn't tell you at the end of the day whether he recommends you that video or not, or that game or not. There are plenty of points that he brings up, and I more or less remember what he's talking about, or what systems that he's talking about are working, or if this was a pleasant experience or not. I can generally gauge by the end of the video if I should play that game or not. And honestly, not that I should or shouldn't play that game or not, but if I would enjoy that game based off of what he says, because there's a lot of things that he talks about that I agree with. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not, just in there for white noise. I am interested in what he's talking about, but, you take away more of the vibe of a video as opposed to what was directly said inside of it when you're sitting there and you're doing something else, and that's just the background noise to what you're doing, right? Like, I'm not sitting here saying that, just play things on in the background and don't listen. I mean, be an engaged listener. You can do multiple things and still be an engaged listener, right? Like, fuck, you see me going around here messing with all my materials and stuff like that. And, I've been able to at least keep this conversation going or getting my thoughts out there. But again, I'm pretty good at talking to the void, right? This is a skill that I have obtained through years of not just talking into the void, but, conversations that I've had with people, or being, how do I say this? Being the person who gets the conversation going, or keeps the conversation going. It's a skill that you get as being a how do you say, a outgoing person, or what's the what is that word? Ooh, Jade. Can I fight Jade?
All right, partner.
Nope.
Let's get this over.
Ah! Don't shoot me. I don't want to fight you, Jade. It's skills that you get as being a, I'm blanking on the dang old word. Reclusive. And then the opposite of reclusive is, whatever. I can't find the word, but just know I'm outgoing. I can talk with people. I can strike up a conversation with somebody who I've never met before, find some common ground because I have a lot of life experience, a lot of lived life in my 29 years. You know? And, like, find common ground. It's just being able to navigate a conversation. And when I'm the one hosting the conversation and talking to myself, it's a lot easier for me to control the conversation. And plus, again, 20-minute shots, talking, live streaming, you gotta be on. So, the difference between YouTube and live streaming is a wide margin. Live streaming, you gotta be there. You gotta be present, and you gotta be entertaining. You gotta be on the whole time. YouTube, 20 minutes, that's all I need to be here for. That's all I need to be on for. I can take a 20-minute break-a-rooney in between my 20-minute recordings and then be fine. Leave me alone. Right? But don't let that discourage you. I mean, honestly, I haven't given live streaming an honest shot. I don't find it fulfilling for me as opposed to how fulfilling this is of recording, editing, and then putting it out there. But yeah, do it. Be expressive. You know? Go out there. Put yourself out there for everybody to see, right? Don't just say it'd be cool if I could. Just fucking do it. Give it a try. I gave myself I didn't really give myself a time. I'm just doing this because I like it. You know, I like playing video games. I've loved YouTube for, you know, as long as I've been, you know, a child watching YouTube. I grew up watching YouTube, but, you know, more on that in the next episode. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. You do all that, you get 200 funny monies. I'm not going to give it to you, but hey, maybe you'll find it in an old, decrepit, dead fucking, oh god, dead forest. That is huge. All right. Catch you guys later. See ya.